Hello and welcome to this video. Where am I going with this? This video is pretty much, it's like 6 months in the making. And I say this because the things I'm going to show you in this video happened maybe not 6 months ago, but let me just start from the beginning. You may have seen some videos on my channel this year that have been focusing on anti-aging. I've really been trying to take better care of my skin this year. That included getting some different treatments done on my skin because I started to realize, you know, when you hear anti-aging, the advertisements you see are always catered towards more mature women, maybe in their 40s or their 50s, where if you really think about it, anti-aging should be for people in their late 20s to early 30s because we are trying to anti-age. You know what I mean? You can make the clock slow down, so to speak, with your skin. So I wanted to try out some different treatments that are supposed to help to make your skin look younger, but for me it was more so getting rid of some old acne scarring texture, see if I can, you know, lessen the acne scarring on my skin, brighten up my face, get rid of blackheads, all of that kind of stuff. Some of the videos that I've shown this year included microneedling done with PRP, where it's basically the vampire facial. I've gotten hydrofacial done, which is the best facial I've ever gotten in my life. It is quick, it is efficient, it sucks all of the bad stuff out of your skin without having to sit through extractions, which if you've ever gotten a facial and have had to get extractions, no ma'am, I will never do that again. And today I'm going to talk to you about laser skin resurfacing, which sounds downright terrifying. Over the summer, I had laser skin resurfacing done, and it was actually a new type of laser, and it's called a thulium laser. This was such an interesting experience because when I think of laser skin resurfacing, I think of the treatment that my mom got done during the summer, which is a CO2 laser. Both my mom and I got laser skin resurfacing done this summer at Arizona Facial Plastics, which if you live in the Valley, they are absolutely phenomenal, and I highly recommend them. If you go in and tell them you saw my video, they will give you a discount, so I mean, good reason to go. We both got laser skin resurfacing done, and I want to tell you about both experiences because they are both very, very different. First, I'm going to start with mine. Mine was called a thulium laser, but it's a relatively new laser technology, and what's awesome about it is that it will resurface your skin without all of the downtime that a traditional laser skin resurfacing will, which is what my mom got. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The thulium laser treatment was really cool. My face got numbed, they did the process, and it was really quick. Didn't take very long at all, and the downtime was basically non-existent. The worst thing that happened to me was that my skin felt very rough. It didn't feel smooth, but it didn't look red, it didn't look puffy, nothing like that. I'm gonna show you the vlog I have from this experience, so keep on watching. Hello fam bam, welcome to another car vlog, and if it's a car vlog, you know that usually means that I'm about to go get some sort of skin treatment, facial, that kind of thing. I feel like that's most of the time when I do the carb. I'm going in to get this thing called a fractal thulium laser skin resurfacing is what I believe it's called, but we're going to find out all of the actual things. It's basically like a really awesome anti-aging laser skin resurfacing. It helps with things like fine lines and acne scarring, which acne scarring is really my main concern. It also helps with any pigmentation issues, age spots, precancerous marks. It is supposed to be a lot less invasive and a lot less downtime than other forms of laser skin resurfacing. So here's my skin right now. I do not have any makeup on, anything. My main concerns right now is just texture in the sense of like acne marks. I have like right down here, I have a lot of like my skin kind of like this kind of crap, which I don't know if it can help with that. For the most part, my skin looks pretty awesome lately. I've got like a couple of marks, like right here was a zit that I decided that would be better if I attacked it, which was really stupid, but you know, what can I do? C'est la vie. Right now, I mean, I have a little bit of pigmentation for sure. Not anything crazy, but if that can help with that, I'm really pumped about it. I've seen amazing results online when I looked at before and after pictures for this treatment. The results I saw online of just how much it helped with pigmentation was nuts. So the fact that I really don't have any bad pigmentation, but that it can help with that, along with the acne scarring, that's really one of my main issues, and fine lines, I'm really pumped for this treatment. So let's go inside.
And hopefully you'll be pretty numb, so you really won't feel anything during the treatment. Maybe at the last pass, you might start feeling a little warm and a little hot.
Okay.
But you'll be pretty numb, so you probably won't feel anything for the majority of the treatment.
Works for me.
As of right now, we're the only people in Arizona that have this laser.
Really?
Yeah, there's 2 other practices I know that have it in Southern California. But we are the only one in Arizona right now.
I was trying to do a little bit of research on it, and it didn't even have a real self.
Yeah, no,
thing.
because it's brand new.
Okay.
Thulium is a shorter wavelength when it comes to lasers, and it's geared especially towards melasma and very surface pigment. So it's really good. This is the first time that there's been an actual treatment that works for melasma. There's really nothing out there other than just say chemical peels or certain products. And this is one of the first lasers that's been made to deal with melasma.
So that would be like
pregnancy masks. You hear people say about that, but there's people who have never been pregnant that get it. It's a hormonal based pigment.
That's interesting.
And a lot of girls, especially in areas like Arizona, they get it because it's also triggered by extreme heat.
Like around the hairline and stuff where they didn't get it.
Yeah,
and
but then they're microneedling there, and you're like, that feels awesome.
Like,
thanks.
cool, thanks. Yeah.
I feel like I think that needle's going in my brain. Yeah, it's annoying. I don't understand why people are like that. I guess I just always think about if it was me, I'm like, more please.
Yeah.
I'd like more. I need more. Like, more is not a bad thing. More is a good thing. And what's weird is because usually most places are using Emla cream, which does not numb at all. So they use something like that, and then they're being stingy with it. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah. I'm gonna see light. That's totally normal.
Okay.
I'm gonna start here on the forehead. I'm gonna come up, come all the way around, and then come here, and then we'll start and meet our way back up here where we started. I would say that probably the place that's the most sensitive is around the mouth.
Okay.
But you're pretty numb, so I think you should be good. You're feeling a little bit of some heat and some poking?
Yeah,
okay.
It feels kind of like the derma rollers.
Yeah.
Okay. So funny, the mouth, I feel nothing.
Really?
Yep. It's all around the sides of my face, I can feel it.
That one kind of is no joke.
It's almost like somebody ripping out like every hair.
Yeah, all at once.
All at once.
Okay. All right.
It's hot as
Well, you probably think you're bright red by what you feel like, but like, look,
like not even.
I mean, you're pink.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
That's not bad at all.
People are always like, oh my gosh, is it bleeding? I'm like, not yet. No. Or they think they're gonna be like raw looking, and you're not.
Yeah, that's like nothing.
Yeah. I'm like, I have people who look like that when they work out.
The weirdest part of that is trying to tuck in your lip.
When it's numb, you're like, I know I have people, they're like, is it in yet? And I'm like, it's fine, listen, never mind.
So we're in and out in an hour, which was really quick. So the actual treatment only takes like 3 minutes, which is so crazy to me. So you can see I'm pretty like red-ish, not really. I mean, there you can see like that side, the real difference. So that really wasn't too bad. I think that there were maybe a couple, it made me laugh because the parts that hurt the most were like around my jawline. My mouth is what she said was gonna hurt the most. That I could not feel at all. Except the upper, like right here kind of hurt. It just towards the ends when she was going over like certain passes a couple of times is when it was like, okay, this is kind of hot. And right now my face feels really hot, really like overly heated. That's pretty much it. So not too bad, definitely not nearly as red as I was expecting, because when I've gotten microneedling it's been a lot more red. Not bad at all. Right now I'm just gonna head home and probably, like, I was given water, just gonna try and make my body cooler by putting this like on my body. Go home, get some ice packs, and that's about it. Hey everybody, so I just wanted to do a check-in on my post-treatment of my thulium laser skin resurfacing. Today is day 2. As you may have noticed immediately after I got my treatment, my skin really wasn't very red considering it was laser skin resurfacing. If you've ever seen anybody who's gotten laser skin resurfacing, a lot of the times like it's bright red. My mom is actually getting CO2 laser skin resurfacing later this week. And the recovery is like 2 weeks, with the first week being basically your whole face is bright red and not super cute, but the results are nuts. This laser that we used was much more gentle. So because the laser was so much more gentle, it is not going as deep as other laser skin resurfacing does. So the healing time is a lot less. So far, the biggest thing has been that my skin just feels like sandpaper dry. Like it's never felt this dry before. But really the only places that you can tell, kind of like around my nose, there's like a little bit of just like blood kind of marks around my pores. And my face is definitely a little bit more red than normal. But overall, it's been pretty, come on, autofocus. Overall, it's been pretty easy. So the main thing really, it's just staying out of the sun, which is no problem for me because I don't go out in the sun on a regular basis at all. And then just my skin feeling like I just wanna scratch it off. The peeling aspect has basically been almost like sand. So if I was to just do this around my face a little bit, I would have little kind of sand-sized pieces of skin come off instead of it like peeling, which is really not too bad, but my skin is really not bad at all, so I don't mind. Like this is no problem for me to go out like this. I went out the day after I got it done yesterday. We went to Costco and we went out and I just wore like a hat and sunglasses to try and make it so my skin did not see the sun at all, because that's really the main concern. But no real pain. The only real pain, I guess, was right after I got it done when I got into the car. It was just because it's Arizona, it's already very hot, and then getting in the car is even hotter because just all the air that's been in there just heating up. So right after, it definitely felt like my skin got like a really bad sunburn really quickly. But once I got home, really wasn't a big deal. That's about it for the healing. I'll check in a couple of days because there's nothing really else to report. Hola mi amigas, today we are on day 4 post laser resurfacing, and I'm starting to notice my skin still feels terrible. But what I am starting to notice is I'm starting to get like these little baby whiteheads that are kind of popping up here and there. There's one like in right here. There's a couple up here. The area that feels the least horrible is my forehead. It still feels incredibly dry and sandy and awful, but my cheeks are really where it just feels so just sandpaper, just straight up sandpaper. Today I was allowed to wear makeup if I wanted to, but I really didn't. Like I've mentioned before, I'm totally okay with how my skin looks right now. It doesn't look as terrible as it feels. It feels really dry and like I just want to exfoliate the ever-loving shiza out of my face. That's part of the process. I'm just glad that it looks normal. It doesn't look bright red or crazy or anything. I can get this to focus on my nose. This camera does not like to focus. It's kind of finicky. But you can see like a couple dots. This is a really great angle of me. A couple dots right there, especially on the sides. That's where it showed up most, is like right on the corners of my nose is really, they're like bright red. I thought it was like scabbing from like the laser, like blood, but it won't go away. And I've washed my face every day, obviously. So yeah, those are the only areas that you really can tell, and it's not that big of a deal, especially unless you're like this close to my face, which nobody is. Now the next thing I want to talk about is my mom's laser skin resurfacing. I plan to have her in the video, but my mom is a baller and she's traveling through Italy right now with my dad. So I'm just going to have to show you pictures and tell you about the experience that she had. My mom had traditional laser skin resurfacing, which is called CO2 laser, and it's a lot more in-depth than what I had done. The CO2 treatment that my mom got done was much more intense and is definitely for if you really want to like change the way your skin looks. I'm going to show you pictures here so that you can see, because I couldn't film her treatment just because I wasn't allowed in the room, because it is like an actual procedure. It's not like how mine kind of felt like if I was getting a facial treatment. Hers was definitely a different vibe entirely. They took her blood beforehand to get the PRP because she also had PRP treatment with it. It was different from what I've had done because I've had topical PRP, which means they take the plasma out of your blood and then they kind of put it over your face like a serum, and then when they are doing the microneedling, it kind of gets pushed into the layers of your skin. What my mom got done was PRP injecting, which is when they actually take it almost like a filler and inject it into your skin where you might have deep lines and just need a lot more help. Does that make sense? She got that done along with her CO2 resurfacing, and I'm not gonna lie, the results right when she got it done were intense. She had told me that my brother works for Disney Cruise, and he FaceTimed her when he was at port. She didn't tell him that she had gotten this procedure done. And so he calls and she answers, and her face is pretty much like this picture that I'm showing you. It was bright red, it was puffy, and my brother's reaction was to go, whoa, what happened to the other guy? If you're gonna get this treatment done, I highly recommend that you're doing it at a time where you can take a week off, have somebody with you, get your groceries beforehand. If you're ordering Postmates, like have a ski mask. I'm just kidding. The fact that she had PRP though, her healing time was sped up dramatically. Because if you look on RealSelf or any of those websites, the healing time for this is generally more than a week. It's about 2 weeks long. So because she had the PRP, it sped up the healing time a whole lot, because plasma is what your body uses to heal. So having that injected into her skin, into her face, actually helped to make it heal a lot quicker. The greatest part about all of this was the fact that Arizona Facial Plastics took before pictures of us before we had any treatments done, and then they took after. And they didn't just take them with a DSLR or anything like that. They have this special machine that takes pictures of your face from 3 different angles, and it does it in different lights, and they can see UV damage, they can see spots, they can see what's going on underneath, deep down in your skin. So maybe you don't show sun damage on the top of your skin like me. That was a big thing that was so crazy to me, was that on the surface of my skin, I'm very pale, especially for living in Arizona. I don't go out in the sun very often. My UV damage, when they showed it, you could definitely see a lot of UV damage. My percentage of UV damage was really, really bad. So, it goes to show that even though you can't see everything on the top of your skin, there can be damage and issues below the skin that they can help with this laser skin resurfacing before it becomes an issue on the top. Because they do this in-depth scan of your face and of your skin, you can really see what is working and what isn't. My mom's scan of her face was absolutely, it was amazing. It was honestly like an ad for a CO2 laser treatment. You can see the before and after right here, and there's just the texture of her skin improved dramatically. And keep in mind, my mom only got the CO2 laser treatment done. She didn't get all the other things done like I've gotten done. The results are amazing. She will text me almost daily about how good her skin looks, how happy she is with it, how people will comment, that she knows will comment on what are you doing to your skin, what's going on, and just how good it looks. The results with hers were phenomenal. They were ones that you would look at, that they would like advertise on RealSelf about. This is like the most perfect results you could absolutely hope for from getting one of these treatments. So overall, I'm so happy with how my skin looks. It's so nice. With my skin being smooth and clear, I don't feel the need to wear makeup on a daily basis. I'm okay with how I look on a daily basis, and that is a long time coming. I had horrible skin growing up. When I was in high school and when I was in my early 20s was really, really bad. I got hormonal acne all around my face. My cheeks cheeks were covered in those like really deep cysty ones. It has not been a cakewalk, and it's taken a very long time to get to where I am now, which is why it's so exciting to me. So if you have any questions about anything at all, let me know. This whole video will be in a playlist for all of the treatments that I've had done if you're curious about any of them. Cool sculpting, microneedling, everything that you want to know, all over there. I'll have a link below to Arizona Facial Plastics if you are interested and live in the Valley. I'm telling you, they do such phenomenal work, and they're so nice. I've definitely gone to med spas that make me feel like I don't belong. Everybody that I've worked with there has been super, super awesome, so definitely recommend them. Okay, I think that's all I have to talk about for this video, and I will see you next time.
Oh my gosh, that's weird. It's like that. Oh my gosh, I've seen those gifs where it's spinning and then it looks like it's 3D the other way. Weird. I turn into like Michelangelo. Oh, amazing.